what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mix It Up podcast. I'm Mike. That's Nick.
Hi.
Nick, Nick,
Hi.
I got to do a
Hi.
fantasy presser, right?
Nice.
So I lost really bad, and so for people that just listening that have no idea, I do a fantasy football with a league that was created by a dear friend of us, Rob,
Yeah.
who unfortunately passed away. Rob, it is your birthday, by the way. You
Happy
know,
birthday.
like and subscribe, Rob. You're listening up there. Tell everybody else I said that. So he put together this just bonehead league, he calls it. Just a bunch of people that we know, friends of ours that are just like
Friends of the podcast.
friends of obviously the friends of podcast. You all like to subscribe. Good group of guys, all seriousness. They, fun. It's always fun to have the draft night, really great time. If you mention a certain player, you get like a free jersey. Like I got this Rashard Penny jersey and I mentioned it, and then Farley threw a fucking gift at me. It was all wrapped up. I was like, oh shit. I opened it up because I mentioned Rashard Penny. I got this $19 jersey from China. So
Interesting.
yeah, it's pretty dope. All you got to do is mention a guy's name and you get free gifts. So I mean that's right up my alley.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. Although like it was at the end of the night, I think he was just waiting, but I mentioned Rashard Penny probably at least 15 times. You know what I mean? So anyway, I lost terribly this week to Nick DeGuido. You know who Nick DeGuido is?
I do know Nick McGuido.
So I think I think that's his middle name. Duh. So his name is Guido's Brown Cup. Okay.
What does that mean?
I'll tell you in a minute. But I have to do this press conference for people that just are listening that don't understand fantasy football. I lost so bad that I have to do a presser. So now I'm gonna make these idiots listen to my presser as we do it on the Mix It Up podcast, and you're gonna help me.
Okay.
So this is the beginning. So I lost to Guido's Brown Cup, and he named that because I guess he, something with Brown in it, but he has Cooper Cup, which I passed on because I'm an idiot. I could have drafted him, but instead I went with my heart and my gut with it being a Giant fan, and I went with Malik Neighbors, which now they're all going to just make fun of me until God's no end,
Things are
especially
going
after what
great.
we've seen yesterday with the Giants just losing. It looked like they played for the Special Olympics. You know what I
What was
mean?
the score? What was the
It so
score?
bad. I don't know. I drank so much that I was just like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with this team. Like I have to find a new team to like root for. That's how bad it got. So anyway, I just lost so bad to this fucking guy, man. He had Cooper Cup, which I could have got. He gave him 32 points. And I'm like looking at Malik Neighbors, and Malik Neighbors got me like 11. He didn't
Okay.
do shit. And then, he had AJ Brown. He had Gibbs last night running crazy. He had James Conner, who I had a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Like I had these guys. I had these guys a couple years ago. I had Bucker, the kicker. I had James Conner. I had Schultz. I had Cooper Cup. I had CJ Stroud when he was in high school. This is bullshit. And then I mean, thank God for my rock, Josh Allen. I had Josh Allen. So he kept me there for a minute. I was like, I might win this. But then all my other guys just shit the bed. I had Rasheem Mostert. I don't even know who the fuck that guy is. He had 3.90.
I
It
think
was
you
so bad.
suck.
Sam Laporta, which my tight end that I wanted to keep in the ninth round, right? Great pick. Oh, look, trainer, it's very smart. You drafted him ninth round last year. Now he's the best tight end in the league. Gave me 9 points. Meanwhile, on my bench, I drafted another tight end, my backup, Isaiah Likely. He had like fucking 85 points on the Thursday night game.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like ridiculous. He blew up, and of course he's on my fucking bench because I'm an idiot. So I feel like I don't
Yes, you're an
know.
idiot for that, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Like I just don't know who to start sometimes. But then again, like every guy that I drafted, they should be able to. I have faith in them. It's not my responsibility to perform. It's your responsibility to perform. I put this team together. You know what I mean? It's up to you guys now.
I got a question for you. Other than the quarterback, do you ever start a white guy over a black guy?
Wow, and as a positional player,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Okay, good move. Good move.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
make sure you don't do anything stupid like that.
listen, I might be a terrible drafter, but I'm not an idiot.
Well,
You know?
you could start a tight end. You can start a white tight end. That's a smart move, right?
Well, I
There's a lot
did.
of good white
Yeah,
tight ends.
Sam Laporta is kind of like I think he's a white tight end, but who the hell? And so I got like actually looking at my thing, I got a couple white guys. I got Young Ho Koo, which is an Asian fucking kicker. He didn't do fucking. He got me 4 fucking points yesterday. What a loser.
Has there ever been an Asian wide receiver or like any Asian really good football player ever? I don't mean like Hawaiian Asian. I mean like real
Yeah.
Asian.
Well, there's a guy named Puka Nakua that I don't know what the fuck he is, to be honest with you. I'm thinking maybe Hawaiian.
Yeah.
But like he was pretty good last year, but then he got hurt last night. But that's like this is like my presser. You have to do like a 2-minute like press conference saying how horrible I am and what a fucking piece of shit, what stupid moves I've done. So listen, I've got it out the way. You know, it was week 1.
That was your press. That was your conference. That was weak. That was terrible. All you did was tell me about your shitty fucking team.
Well, that's how I'm supposed to do. Like, what do you want me to add to this?
I want you to fucking pull a Tom Allison. You heard me, Tom. I know you're out there. I want you to put a funny fucking press conference together about how pathetic you are. Right now, you take the podium and you talk about how god-awful you are and how your whole team should be ashamed of you as their coach. That's what I want to fucking hear. That's what the people want to hear out of you.
Yeah, that's like really harsh. I know they're expecting like a really great press conference.
Yeah.
You know, for being the week 1 guy, but I'm not doing it. Like
I'll do it for you.
I have nothing. Nick, listen, this was like it was week 1. It was the first fucking loss of the year. Okay, but listen, a wise man once told me, if you're not first, you last.
It's true.
So
and you are last right now.
So I am last.
Mike, I'm gonna do your press conference for you. Okay.
Set it up. What are you going to ask me questions?
No, I'm not going to ask you
a reporter.
I'm just going to tell everybody how shitty you are as a
piece
fucking
of shit I am.
As a what is it called? Fantasy football coach. You're the worst.
I'm the owner.
Okay, you're the owner.
Well, I can't say that nowadays. You can only say manager because the little pussies get upset nowadays. You can't say owner for God's sakes.
What do you mean?
Apparently there's a thing on fantasy football that you can't use the word owner because it insinuates slave trade. Apparently back in the day, I got into a huge fight with this.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So this Asian girl, I'm not going to say her name, but I got into it and I wanted to bang her. I got to be honest with you. I was on Twitter and I was like, what the fuck? She put some shit that you can't say fantasy owner no more. You have to say fantasy manager. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, this is bullshit. And then she come after me. But remember, like there was like 2 white guys that beat up a couple Asians like a couple summers ago.
No, I don't remember.
And everybody fucking flipped the shit. So there was a couple white dudes. They beat a couple Asians up. Like big deal. You know what I mean? So a couple of them get beat up. She's Asian, you know. So
it is a big deal. People shouldn't be going around beating people up, Mike.
I mean, listen, you have a point. They probably shouldn't get beat up, but she came at me like, she came out like white people in general. And she's like, these white people need to stop beating up Asians. I'm like, bitch, like you grew up in New York. Your profile says New York. Like, and I showed the stats. I'm like, fucking, white people aren't beating up Asians. Like, it's the other community that's beating up Asians. I don't want to fucking say it. I don't want to get kicked off fucking Twitter. And I showed them the stats. And right there, once you show somebody like that stats, they were like, oh my God. Like, then they try to like twist it and go after you. I'm like, I'm just showing you the truth. This is what happens. And then we got into a big fight, but I still wanted to bang her.
Yeah. But did she ever want to bang you? That's the question.
No, of course not.
Okay.
Apparently I'm the asshole.
Well, yes, apparently you are. Well,
right. For speaking the truth. For speaking the truth, by the way.
We're drawing this out for these poor people that have to listen to this fucking press conference. I feel bad for them. I feel bad for them as it is because they have to put their time into this type of exercise. What is it called again?
It's a fantasy football.
Fantasy football.
When you lose, right. It's fantasy. Well, it's made up. It's make believe.
I'm sorry to all of you people that even have to put your time and effort into fantasy football because it's fake and it's not real. And I got to tell you, get better hobbies, fellas. All right. You know how I feel about fantasy football. You know how I feel about it. Everybody knows how I feel about fucking fantasy football.
Yeah, everybody knows you don't know shit about fantasy football.
Exactly.
And that's why you hate it. And that's why you're not being a part of it.
I want to put together a list of the gayest shit that straight white men fucking do.
Oh, that's a good one.
Fantasy football is the fucking top.
I would say that. I would say
Golf is the second.
yeah, definitely golf and fantasy. But what others? Like, by the way, that's probably the end of the press conference. Okay, I
No,
just
no, 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 no,
you
no,
want to
no.
keep
The
going.
press
You want to keep
conference
going.
starts here. I'm going to question you. All right, right.
All
Here's the
right.
question. I'm
So you're the
reporting.
reporter now.
Dick
Besides the
Slickens.
gayest shit white straight men can do, what's the other ones? But give me a top five. We have two
Golf.
right now. Golf.
Golf.
That
Uh, other men.
that's just general. Like, what are you doing with other men?
I don't know the other two, but listen, let's
Does
get into
does
the. You
does
have any other
gambling?
ones?
Well, does gambling and hugging your friends in your boxers count when you win a bet or trying to win a bet?
No, but taking your pants off. Yes, 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 yes. Taking your pants off and being in your boxers in a fucking 7x7 room with three other people. Yes, definitely, definitely.
Well,
That's number four.
it was like me, you, G, and Rob were in a shed, with no windows, no air conditioning,
Yeah,
pants down in our
yeah,
boxes, praying that I think Drew Brees would throw a touchdown pass against Tom Brady. And we were
yeah.
like, what the fuck were we thinking? Why don't we
So
just
dumb.
bet Tom Brady?
So dumb.
But we tried anything to win a bet.
Yeah.
And that's what people do. That's what straight
Put your
white guys
pants
do.
off.
So
Straight white guys.
I guess we're all straight white guys. Who the hell knows anymore?
I don't know. Are we even white? 23 and me. You check your DNA. I think like my brother got tested. I think I'm part Asian from the waist down, I believe.
Yes,
You know?
yeah, definitely. I've
Um,
seen it.
there's other things like that are there, countries that I don't even know about that I am.
Really? Like Congo? You like a bongo Congo fucking
I'm
type guy?
Congoian. I'm Congoian. All right, listen.
So you're the reporter, right? You're gonna ask me
Dick
questions.
Slickens. Dick Slickens here, reporting with the New York Times. So Michael F. Trainer,
Okay.
it seems here that you've gotten your ass reamed out by Nick the Guido yesterday with the brown shit cup guy, whatever that. What's his team name?
Guido's Brown Cup.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Burritos is burrito. So, anyways, as a person that's dedicated his life towards the game of football,
Yes.
literally has missed family parties, many an endeavor, is going to miss Rob's second yearly wiffle ball tournament. Um, how does somebody that's dedicated their life towards something perform so shittily against a guy named Nick the Guido?
Wow, that's a great question, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
What's your name?
Dick Slickens.
Dick Slick is Dick. Great to see you again.
Good to
Um,
see you.
so yeah, so man, that's a great question. But I would like to say, like, I don't think it's my fault. I think by having as many
Already placing the blame on others sounds like a liberal to me. Go ahead, keep going.
I mean, listen, I'm gonna keep it straight with you. I'm blaming the thing on TVs. I'm blaming Samsung. I think I have too many TVs, and what happens is you're surrounded by volume and plays of football and flags, and now I've been doing this so many years that I think it's affecting my brain negatively. I don't think I'm all the way there like I used to be. I used to be like a really smart person. Although I did read a book, I read Sapiens and I gave it back to Farley during the draft. And I'm like, oh my God, I can read. It was a nice little present, to me. Like I could read again. But I think that's all the electronic waves and shit are affecting my brain in a bad way that I can't draft anymore.
So technology has affected your drafting skills, is what you want me to write down on my press conference.
Yeah, go with technology, Dick Slickens.
Okay. Now, has technology affected your porn addiction? Has that wavered at all, Michael?
Definitely not wavered, and it only enhanced because the more TVs you have, the more porn you could throw on simultaneously.
It's true.
So you could throw on like a category. You could do crazy things. You could put on the same category on all ATVs.
Mm-hmm.
So you could be like, oh my God, there's Asian pussy everywhere. Or you could just have different categories.
Mm-hmm.
You could have midgets. You could have, BBWs. You could have, chicken legs, whatever you want. Like you can mix and match whatever you want, and it could all hit you in a crazy way. And then,
Am I the only one when I hear BBW, I think big black whites?
Nope. No, it's
okay.
It's big, beautiful women for people that don't know out there. BBW.
So
okay?
now So your porn addiction, do you think that if maybe you didn't spend as much time watching porn, as you put it, Asian pussy all over the screens, all over this bitch,
I don't think
do you
I'd
think
put it that way.
do you think maybe you'd be able to perform better where it counts, aka your fantasy football league?
You think I'm getting too much of it, too much porn. The porn addiction is too real
Yeah.
that it's
Yeah.
affecting. You know what? I might have to see a doctor.
Yes.
Thank
Might
you,
have to
Dick
do
Slippins.
that.
Like it's very very important that you said that. I didn't realize I had that bad of an addiction.
Yeah. Well, Mike, it seems like you are pushing the buck onto the internet for your poor display of fantasy football league management
Yes.
this week.
Hmm.
Um, so what's your plan going forward? Because this is just pitiful. They should kick you out of the fucking league for this. You know what I mean?
My plan is to not ever do another one of these dumb press conferences again. Like I don't even know how we started this fucking shit. All of a sudden, like people made a rule, like, oh, we're gonna have a press conference if you lose by like more than 40 points. I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't agree with this. All of a sudden these boneheads just fucking come up with this shit, you know. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Like I knew it had to be the first. I knew I was gonna be the first for some reason.
Right.
It was just a bad matchup. If you look at it, if I go against like half the league,
Yeah.
I'll probably win.
Yeah.
I just happen to go against fucking this brown guy, and then he just fucking shits all over me.
Brown
Literally.
guy. You might want to just, stop referring people to as brown. Brown,
Well,
Mike. All right.
well, his name is Brown Cup.
Right. You just want to watch your wording
Yeah,
because
but
you aren't a live press conference here. We don't
right.
want to,
No offense to anybody, but you know what
Right, right.
I'm insinuating.
I didn't know actually.
Brown.
I didn't know, and I don't think the people knew. So
Well, his name is Brown Cup, and I insinuated that he's shitting all over
yeah,
me.
yeah,
So shit is normally brown. So
yeah. We'll see how he takes it tomorrow. I think that's about it for me. It looks like excuses out of you, Michael F. Trainer.
listen, if you take anything from this podcast, is that I stand firmly by and I take responsibility for all my decisions in fantasy.
poor as they are, you stand by them.
Obviously, if you listen to any of all these things I just said, obviously I'm a stand-up guy and I take full responsibility for who I drafted and what round I drafted them in.
All right. Well, Dick Slickens. I'm gonna rename myself to Dick Slippins because I think you said that instead of Slickens, and Dick Slippins actually makes a lot more sense.
It just slipped. It came right out.
Yeah. Well, I'm Dick Slippins. I'm out. Mike, do you have anything further to say to your fantasy league for your?
No, I just apologize to everybody, and that's it. It's apology. I'm so sorry.
It's apology.
It's apology. It won't ever happen again. All right, take that apology, okay, you bastards. So there we go.
Good job. Well, I'm glad you guys are still doing Rob's fantasy football league. I did fantasy football with Rob one time, and I drafted a team. This was many moons ago, before he even had his league, and I never looked at my team, and I probably didn't win one game. So that was the start and finish of my career of fantasy football. But it's a good thing that you guys are doing. I make fun of it all the time and saying that it's gay because it is, but it's a good thing for you guys. It keeps you guys together. And I know that Rob would want to keep you guys together because he was big into that stuff. So it's great that you guys are continuing it on. So I'm proud of you guys for that.
Yeah, I remember when he first had the idea. I think we're hanging out at your place or your old place, and he's like, "Yo, would you be interested in doing a fantasy football league?" Like I'm like, "Yeah, like of course, like it would be so much fun." I didn't realize we'd get to this point. I'm fucking doing press conferences on a podcast.
Press conferences are fucking funny, man.
But it was all set up, yeah. Like like I said, man, everybody's cool as shit that draft. Man, I had a fun time.
Yeah.
At the draft, I was drinking Bud Light Platinum seltzers, getting smashed. That's probably my excuse. I was fucking too drunk to draft.
Sure.
Too drunk to draft.
Too drunk to draft. TD.
Oh yeah, give me that. Love
sick.
It. Yeah, that is sick.
That's a great fucking t-shirt.
Yeah, that's a t-shirt and a fucking fantasy football name. Great fucking name, man. That's a
Too drunk
great
to
name.
draft.
I might have to fucking change it. But you want to stay all right, moving on. There's some news out there. You want to stay in the football zone with the arrest of Tyreek Hill?
Sure. Who is Tyreek Hill? Tell the people, aka me, that doesn't. I know his name, but I don't really know who the fuck he is.
Yeah, he's a wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins currently. He used to play for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
And he got arrested yesterday, like right before the game.
Okay. For what?
This motherfucker was doing like 100 and like a fucking 50 on his
Okay.
way to the game. He was in like, I think he was probably in like a charge or whatever.
Yeah.
He was driving reckless. You know what I mean? Cops
Mhm.
pulled him over and pretty much arrested him, put handcuffs on him, put him to the ground.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? So
That's
listen,
crazy. That's absurd to do. That's absurd to do. Unless the cop had money on the game and was betting the other fucking team.
yeah, right. That's a good. But he went out and had 130 yards and like a touchdown. So
Oh, so
it's
he did
okay.
play.
Oh, he played. Yeah, of course he's gonna play. It's fucking Tyreek Hill. You think they're really gonna arrest him like he's a regular citizen? So the whole thing is like, his agent came out yesterday saying, "Oh, he shouldn't have got fucking thrown to the ground." He didn't get thrown to the ground and arrested. He got put to the ground and arrested. But they try to make it seem like Tyreek Hill was such an innocent guy. Like,
Mhm.
oh, he's just fucking, because he's black, he got fucking thrown on the ground. He
Mhm.
got treated unfairly. I'm like, listen, anybody that knows Tyreek Hill, that
Mhm.
followed him, through football,
Mhm.
pretty much knows he's a piece of shit. So the cops came out and said, like, he was uncooperative today. They put out a statement.
Mhm.
So, like, if anybody that been following Tyreek Hill, you think when he got pulled over, you think he just rolled down the window and gave the cops like his ID and registration and be all nice? I'm like, if you think that happened, dude, you're living in a fantasy fucking world. You know that fucking shit didn't happen. You know he's fucking the biggest asshole. He's probably like cursing at the cops, mouthing off to the cops, and of course, like he gets taken out the car, arrested.
Yeah.
Because he probably wasn't fucking listening.
Yeah.
Okay, and now because everybody, dude, he had the Miami coach was like crying. Oh, I can't believe he got like he was so emotional at his press conference. He was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe we need to have civil responsibilities for these people." My dude, if you listen to the fucking cops
Yeah.
and don't drive 100 miles an hour recklessly, endangering like normal regular citizens,
Normies.
maybe you'll be okay if you're normies. Like it kind of pisses me off because people on social media like, oh my god, free Tyreek Hill and all that fucking shit. Let me just tell you about Tyreek Hill, the fucking person. Okay, bear with me.
From personal experience, right?
Well, listen, just from knowing about the player, knowing about the game,
From
Tyreek
social
Hill.
media, from what? From the media? You want to listen to what the media says, bitch?
I'm just saying what he did. It says this is documented shit. So this is not make believe. This is not allegedly. So basically, like in college, Nick, when he was on Oklahoma State,
Yeah.
he
Dick. My name's Dick Slippins, by the way. I
oh
don't
sorry,
like
Dick.
doing that.
Yeah, sorry, Dick Slibbins. So Hill was pretty much an asshole in college. He got arrested for domestic assault. At
Okay.
the time, he punched his pregnant girlfriend at the time in the face and the stomach.
Wow.
So like, yeah, that's why he
Wow.
slipped in the NFL draft and to the Kansas City. That's why I went in like the fifth or sixth round when
Yeah.
he should have been like obviously like a first round pick. So that was like the draft conference when the Kansas City Chiefs drafted him. They were
Yeah.
like, oh, they can't believe they're drafting him or whatever.
Yeah.
But whatever. So that is over with. You think he's like, oh, he's gonna grow up, be a better person. Then all of a sudden, Tyreek Hill got investigated for child abuse. His fucking 3-year-old son had a broken arm. Right, long
Yeah.
investigation for abuse, and then pretty much he probably paid to get that over with.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
NFL got involved a little bit, whatever, and then all of a sudden, like it kind of went away. You
Yeah.
know. Then he was in Miami like earlier last year, and he hit somebody in the back of the head, like an employee of a bar or whatever,
Hmm.
following a disagreement, hit them, whatever in the back of the head, like a real asshole type shit, like thinking who he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then his girlfriend in February, like she suffered a broken leg. And the thing is, like, he was doing football drills. I'll put that in air quotes. And she ended up with like a broken leg.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, like, he has a track record. So, people like that have a track record, you're really going to take his word instead of the cops when they pulled this motherfucker over for
Right.
driving over 100 miles an hour,
Yeah.
switching lanes through traffic, endangering like people. Like, come on, man. Like, you have to just look at somebody's past. If you think he's going to be such a sweet guy, nice guy to the cops, man, you're living in a fucking fantasy world. Maybe this guy should, listen and be cooperative next time, and he won't end up in handcuffs. Maybe take a
Right.
little bit of responsibility for your own actions. It's pretty simple. If you talk about privilege, you know what I mean? That's privilege right there. You're Tyreek Hill. So now instead of going to jail, you get to go fucking play football. And then
Right.
you cry wolf and you cry like a little, you're playing the victim. Like, stop fucking playing the victim. You're not fooling me and you're not fooling half the people with a fucking brain.
Listen, maybe the coppers knew his backstory and we're just like,
Of course they fucking know him.
time to fuck you up, Tyreek. Time to fuck you up. Do I look like a 3-year-old boy? You gonna fuck me up, bro? No. And the coppers just went to town on him. So, hey, listen, they didn't even beat him up or nothing. All right, so they throw him fucking down and they take off his ass. Listen, it is what it is, man. You have a track, like you said, you got a fucking track record. Things come back around and fucking get you, right?
Karma's a bitch.
But nothing even happened to him. What's right?
No,
Like,
nothing happened. He didn't even get, he got a couple tickets.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, then a couple like Miami players came around the cops, like, what's going on? Another how somebody, like, if you come out and you get involved in the police, when they detaining somebody, you could get placed in handcuffs because you're interfering with an investigation. So one of the Miami players ended up in handcuffs because he probably went over there. He's like, he's not listening, he's not backing up. So he gets thrown in handcuffs. So people got to really like look at that story and be like, listen, who are we arresting? Like, it's not like, yeah, you're right. They're not like you just fucking chuck Tyreek Hill down. They didn't fucking punch him in the head. There was nothing like that. And he's just playing the fucking victim like a little bitch that he is. We all know what type of person he is, man. Come on. Those fucking people. And now, like, I hate that he's trying to like use the whole like, black and white thing, blacks and cop fucking thing. He's using that to his advantage. And I think that comes from his fucking agent, Drew Rosenhaus. I think he's the fucking one that put that in his fucking brain.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I mean? To push that kind of agenda, and it's not right. Take responsibility for your own fucking actions, you fucking cheater motherfucker.
Yeah, you fucked up. Like, get over it. You know?
How many times you get fucking put in handcuffs for fucking running to the fucking Palmer Dairy and you get thrown in the back of the police car? You know you did something wrong. Take responsibility. I did. You know what I mean? I got thrown in handcuffs and fucking thrown in the back car. Like, what the fuck?
What did you do wrong? What did you do wrong at Palmer Dairy?
I ran from the cops.
You're doing what?
We're having a fucking keg party. I was running through people's backyards to try to get away. And then they fucking caught me. And then they throw me back. And then all of a sudden, like, you're free to go. You know what I mean? That's what they did to Tyreek Hill. So they just like, people got to fucking stop. Maybe don't fucking speed, jackass. Don't reckless drive, jackass. And then you'll be okay. Nobody that is innocent is obeying the laws gets into trouble like this. It's that fucking simple.
That's not true.
Well, no, I mean 99% of the time is true. Most of the time it's fucking true,
Yeah. I mean, listen, the moral of the story, which I got from here, is remember, boys, you don't have to be the fastest person running from the cops at the keg party. You just have to be faster than the slowest guy.
I was neither.
Mike was the slowest. He got busted. Be faster than Mike.
Right. Now, I think I got away, but then I came back for my friends because I'm a true friend, and that's when I got fucking caught.
Oh, and you tried to find them at Palmer Dairy?
Yeah, I tried to circle back, and I was like, "Yo, where are these motherfuckers?" Then they were like, "Hey, you!" I was like, "Uh-oh." I got the light shining on my fucking face.
Never circle back. Number one, all your friends know that area. It's not like you had to come save them because they didn't know where they were. Oh, I'm confused. I'm right near Palmer Dairy. I don't know how to get home. They didn't need you.
Right. Guys, you got directions? Yeah, it was one of those nights. Yeah, but just like the moral of the story is just, I don't know, man. Don't break the law and expect like your shit to not happen to you. I don't understand people's thought process. Take responsibility for your actions. That's it. That's all it comes down to in life. And don't be a mouth breather.
Yeah, don't breathe from your mouth.
You fucking piece of shit. All right, that's it with that. I had to get that like rant out because it was related to football. All right, so I got a couple stories for you. I'll give you the option of what you want to hear. You want to hear the fan story or the deer story? The deer story is cute. The fan story is kind of funny.
I want to hear both of them.
Which one you want to hear first? I'm gonna give you both of them.
Cute. I want to hear the cute story.
Want to hear the cute, like the Disney fucking story? All right, so I go like.
Wait, no, actually, hold on. Let's pretend we're the news. Let's pretend that we're the news, and we'll save the deer story for the end.
We'll give all this shit now, and then we'll save the deer story for later. All right, I'll give you. I mean, it don't matter because the fan story is so funny. So there's a fan. You know how like I got in my house like this ceiling.
Wait. Go back. No, do the deer story first.
All right, you want me to do the deer story? All right. All right. Here's the deer story. So I like go running.
Wait.
All right, what do you want to hear?
Do the van story. Do the van story.
Oh my god. I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. I wish I had a gun right now. I just fucking shoot my computer. So pick one.
Do the deer story. Do the deer story first.
I'm not changing it. All right. I'll mute you if I got to. All right. So here's the fan story. No, deer story.
Deer story.
All right. Here's the deer story. So I like to go running around like the along the Sawmill Parkway, that path.
Yeah.
So I go run and walk in there like pretty much like consistently like every day.
Night, you shouldn't tell people that on this podcast where you are consistently every day, by the way.
It don't matter. What are they going to come? I always carry my knife on me.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, listen, whatever.
They already know now that you're one of the slowest people, and they're going to catch you if they run after you.
They can catch me, but I got a knife on me. And just so you know, like I don't carry a knife for people. I carry a knife just in case like a bear might attack me or a chicken. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? So I was worried, like, what, God forbid a chicken or a bear comes out and attacks me. At least I have something to stab them with.
It's true.
So anyway, like I'm running or jogging and like, I'm like, now I'm like speed walking on the path. And all of a sudden I come across this fucking deer. The deer is like right there. Like the path is here.
Yeah.
Like not even 2 inches from the path on the right side is a fucking deer.
Yeah.
And I'm walking towards it, and this motherfucker's staring at me in the eyes.
Okay.
From like, 40 feet away. Now every like 5 feet, 35 feet, 30 feet. Mm. Yeah, like we're locked in.
Yeah.
And like I'm like, oh shit, I'm getting closer. But I see people like walk by on the other side and they're just running or bicycling. They're paying no mind. I'm like,
bicycling, guys.
Yeah, they're bicycling. So I'm like, they bicycling? Like, there's a lot of bicycling going on there. It's fucking crazy. Bicycling all over the place in that fucking place. You gotta watch out. You might get hit by one of those bicycling motherfuckers. Yeah. The Huffy bikes, not the hogs. They don't go hogging down the fucking path. It's all fucking Huffies with the little fucking ching 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 like Pee Wee Herman and shit.
Yeah.
So like I'm walking, I'm doing my thing. I'm getting close to this fucking deer. And the deer staring at me. I'm like, I think this motherfucker's gonna come at me. So I reach in my pocket. I'm starting to grab my knife. Right. And I'm getting closer. Now I'm 5 feet. Now I don't want to go on the other side of the path. It's only like fucking 3 feet over.
Is this a baby deer?
No, it's like a full grown one, not with the fucking like horns.
Yeah.
It's like a regular
antlers. Deer. For all the people out there, they're called antlers. And that would be called a buck deer. A buck deer.
Yeah, whatever. So the regular kind of deers, So like now I'm within 5 feet of this motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like the dude just starts wagging his fucking tail.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit, he's fucking. Now we're looking at each other. I'm like, yo, he looked like so happy to see me. Like I haven't seen him in a while. So I'm like walking right past him, right? I'm not moving over because I don't want the other people to think I'm scared. Like I'm gonna run away from a deer. So I'm like, I just gotta be brave. But I have my hand on my knife just in case.
Sure.
Like if I need to go to the juggler, I'm gonna go to the juggler. Like I'll grab him by the neck and just fucking bang. You know what I mean? So all of a sudden I got up right there, and he walks like he takes another couple steps right up to me, and I'm like, I just put my hand on his head.
No, you didn't.
And I start fucking petting him.
No, you fucking didn't.
And he's just fucking looking at me. And
shit. No.
The fucking coolest guy.
Fuck you. No, you didn't.
Want to see? Come to the path. I'll do it again.
Yeah, all right.
I must be like, dude, I must be a reindeer like listener a whisperer or whatever.
How
Dude,
close did you get to it for real?
dude, I'm telling you, I petted his head.
You
That's
pet the
no
fucking
joke.
bear. You
That is
pet the
no
deer.
joke. No joke. The deer came, dude. He came right up to me. I thought he was gonna like run away. And as the closer I got, dude, he was wagging his fucking tail, and then he came. Yo, he came right up to me, and I just put my head on his head to see what he would do, and he let me pet him, like you know, like 1, 2, 3 strokes, and then that was it. Then I just walked away, and he was still there on my way back. I came way back, and he just like kind of looked at me, but the guy bicycling, he bicycling right past me, and the dude just took off in the fucking like the woods right there.
Wow.
Yo, he's mad. Like I think because like people that walk by there, he wasn't scared of people.
Yeah.
So either like people are like petting him or they're throwing him like food or whatever. Like he was like mad fucking chill. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
But the way he like looked at me, was like wagging his tail and shit. I'm like, yo, this deer is cool. I'm like, when I left, I'm like, yo, I'm glad I didn't have to fucking stab you. Like maybe I'll see you tomorrow, you know?
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Next time you gotta take a video, man.
Yeah.
So like people actually believe you.
Yeah, dude. I was like looking, but I was like, I had my left hand on my fucking knife, and I was like, yeah, I'm not pulling my phone. What if he thinks like it's a weapon?
Right.
You know? So yeah, but next time, I'll definitely film that. But that was my deer story. Yeah, it was pretty fucking cool. I gotta say, I was like, wow, man, this is crazy. Maybe you have that like animal instinct connection, you know?
Well, your hair is a little orange looking, so maybe you just thought you were a deer.
Yeah, he probably wanted to hump me. So, but listen, that's my deer story. Do you want to hear my fan story?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. So you know the ceiling fans on the ceiling?
I'm aware of them.
That's where they belong. That's why they call them ceiling fans.
Yes.
So obviously you can't have one in my apartment because it would just chop your head off. You know what I mean? It'd be fucking too low. So the one downstairs in the TV room, it'd be fucking yeah. Come on over. Yeah. I just watch out for the ceiling fan.
Get a high-powered ceiling fan in there that everybody's got
like an industrial one. Like, yo, guys, you just don't walk right into it. It's like walking into a propeller of an airplane. So all of a sudden, this shit breaks, right? So I had to order a new one for Amazon. I had to fucking replace it. So you had to take like the motor off, like the main part, the middle, and then the wings. You know, the propellers, the wings, whatever. Propellers? Are they the propellers?
I think they're called fan blades.
All right, fan blades. So I had to take you take the blades off, so you get that thrown in the garbage, right?
Yeah.
So like it's apart. It's in my garage, and I have to take it out, next day for the the trash. You can't really throw that. It's so heavy. The motor is so heavy and like kind of like round that it's so you can't really throw it in a garbage bag. So you have to throw it on top of the regular garbage.
Have you seen the things I've thrown into the garbage bags, Mike?
I don't want to know what you're throwing in dead bodies. So all of a sudden, like I'm like, all right, I got to throw this out there. Now, dude, it's like fucking 6:00 in the morning, right? I'm throwing this fucking shit out there. It's fucking heavy, right? So I thought I'd throw it.
It's not that. Let's go out on a limb here and tell everybody that the fucking fan from a ceiling isn't that fucking heavy.
The middle, the motor.
The whole goddamn fucking fan's not that heavy, Mike. It's a goddamn ceiling fan.
It's heavy for a woman, okay? So the middle part, the motor is heavy. It's kind of like heavy, you know what I mean? But it's like it's like it's weighted. Okay, just put it that way. You know how like my down has like a slope on the lawn. It goes like downhill a little bit.
Down. It goes down. Yeah.
It goes down. Everything's down. So I had to throw this fucking motor on top of the garbage bag, right? And I threw it there, and I was like, all right, good. And I started walking back on my driveway. But all of a sudden, I was like, good. I steadied it because it's like awkward. It would fall off down the hill. But then all of a sudden I heard it. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And the motor's fucking like, it's rolling down the hill, and it starts rolling down the street to the left. And if you walk out of my house, it just starts rolling down the street. Okay. So I have to run and go get it. Like I'm running in my flip-flops. And my next door neighbor's outside, and I guess she's doing the same thing, like putting out garbage or whatever, or going to work, whatever. She's an older lady, like probably like 60s, 70s, whatever. So I run down to my flip-flops, and when I reach down to grab the motor, it's heavy, mind you, dude, bang, I let one rip, and it was loud. It was fucking loud as and I was like, and I turned around, I didn't know she was there. I picked up the motor, I turned around, I seen her, I was like, good morning. That's it. That's all. I had nothing I could say to her. Yeah, like, yeah, you hear that one? I couldn't say anything that to her. I was like, hey, good morning. I mean,
That's
dude,
awesome.
it was loud. It was fucking
Yeah.
loud.
That's. I think in situations like that, you're supposed to say like, it's natural.
Yeah, yeah, right.
We all do it, right?
You fart too, right? I'm not the only one.
She's
Yeah,
like, no, you filthy
yeah,
maggot.
yeah. Make it more awkward for her. She's just fucking trying to get the mail, and she got to deal with me. Meanwhile, look, I'm in like a fucking like wife beater, my fucking
Yeah.
shorts. Like I look like fucking trailer park trash. Fucking walking out the fucking house.
Tony Soprano.
Yeah, I did.
That was fucking funny, man.
Yeah, so that was yeah, that's my deer and fan story.
Well, we didn't. Did you do anything for Labor Day weekend? We didn't have a pod last week.
Yeah, we took off, man, which was fucking awesome. I was like, it was Monday night, it was Labor Day, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot about like the podcast. But
I just figured like I the same shit. I was like, yo, we got a pod tonight. I was like, oh, it's Labor Day. I was like, Mike probably just doesn't want to fucking do it.
you know what it is? I had like, I had other fantasy drafts too. So I had like a fantasy draft that night, the day before on fucking Tuesday. So like I was loaded with like all that shit, getting ready for like the football season.
Yeah.
By the way, football season next year, you know what they want to do for
What?
Labor Day weekend?
What?
They want to have, because they had a Friday night game this past week. They want to have a Thursday night game, a Labor Day weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Yeah. They want to go crazy with fucking football.
Why?
I don't know. They just want to. NFL is getting like way too big, man. And then everybody, like, Eugene thinks footballs have little magnets in them, and they all of a sudden determine the outcomes of the game. So
interesting.
Everything is fixed now. Like, I mean, who the fuck knows? I seen some games this past weekend where you're just like, I don't know, maybe it is fixed. Who the fuck knows? Maybe I'm waking up to this fucking madness. But then again, if it's fixed, why did I win money this weekend? Am I in? Am I in with them?
You're in on the fix.
Am I in on the fix? Am I in with these fucking people?
You might be.
With Anonymous? I don't know. I could be one of them. You never know.
Be.
I mean, I didn't win much. Like I put like, no joke, I went a little crazy this week. I probably bet I had like around $2,500 worth of bets going. I went nuts.
Yeah.
Right. And guess how much I won?
$47.
$127. After all said and done.
Oh my God.
I won that. It was just, dude, I had like a whole line of bets. It was just way too many fucking bets.
Yeah.
But that's what I usually do in like week one. I'll calm down like going forward.
Yeah.
But like obviously I'm in the Monday night rollover pool, so I got something going on tonight. We'll see what happens. But yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Betting's crazy because like when we used to, like the parlays and shit, right? Mm-hmm. Most of the time it comes down to the last fucking game all the time, right? Like most of the time you hit your first two. So why wouldn't we just do parlays where you just swap the last game and then you just always win? We're so dumb.
There were so many opportunities where we could have just be smarter.
Be smarter.
We just weren't smart enough.
No, protect yourself, right? We could have protected ourselves way more.
Like you started
learning the hedges towards like the end. Like I was already out. I think I was already out of the game when the hedging came in.
Yeah, you were out. Yeah, you went in. You went in when you first started. You went in, and you were on a tear.
Yeah,
like you were fucking crushing. I was like, yo, I gotta listen to this motherfucker,
dude. But remember just Monday putting $1,800 into an envelope and fucking giving it to whoever you're supposed to be giving that money to.
Here,
and then like $6,000.
Crazy, fucking great. I mean that wasn't me or not anybody we know. I mean, we know some people that did that. That's just crazy.
Some people. We know some people that were doing shit like that.
I would have never done that. Like a few $100s, but not that crazy money.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
It's
a bad lifestyle, man. It's bad. It's not good.
Nah, I mean it could be good, like with anything. If you're smarter and just do it where you're not, within your base. Don't
We
go
did it
too
for the
crazy.
high. We did
Yeah,
it
the
for the
high.
fucking high.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I gotta.
Obviously, we did it for the high. Otherwise, we would have like really like let's calculate this out. There's ways to win gambling for sure.
Yeah, of course.
Smart, calculated ways to win at gambling. But where's the fun in that?
Crazy sends us videos of roulette all the time. I think it's a
Yeah,
lot of fun watching them. I don't
it
know if
is
I
fun
would.
watching.
I don't know if I would do because every time I see one of those videos, yo, I get the itch.
Yeah,
Once I see those roulette fucking videos come out, I'm like, yo, let's go now. Let's fucking go. I thought about going to the fucking raceway. Like, yo, let me just
yeah.
fucking play roulette right now because I'm like, oh my God, like I love it. It's such
Yo,
a rush. I just love it so much.
I was painting. I've been staining this deck lately for like a side work or whatever, and like I had to go back and paint something today,
Mhm.
and then I had to restain like a part of the deck, and something must have happened. I don't know what it is. Subconsciously, something happened in me, and instantaneously, I was like, "Man, I wish I was in Atlantic City right now." It must have been like
Yeah.
the sun came out or something on my back, and I was just like, "Ooh, I would love to be in AC right
Oh
now."
yeah,
Like out of nowhere, man.
dude. Yeah, I get those every once in a while. It's
Yeah,
a nice feeling.
it is. It is a nice feeling.
Oh, I miss those fucking days.
Yeah,
We used
yeah,
to tear that fucking place up, man.
we did. We did. Those are good times. We'll
Was
go back to Atlantic City again.
I hope so. I always say we're gonna go back, but then you know, I don't know. You guys just pull shit on me all the time. You say we're gonna go somewhere, and then all of a sudden, like, we're not gonna go.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking we go to AC sometime soon in the fall.
Yeah,
I
listen. I told you what week I'm off, so if
yeah,
you want to do it during the week, that time,
yeah,
down. I'm down to
yeah,
do it. I'd rather do it on the weekend because it's a lot easier to have, my sister
yeah,
watch my dog and shit like that. So,
yeah.
but I mean, are you gonna
How's
be?
Barkley?
Yeah. Speaking of Barkley, man, Barkley's doing like really well, man. Thank God. Thank God.
Good.
Um, we switched food. He's on like a new diet.
Yeah.
So now I'm feeding him instead of twice a day, 3 times a day. He's on like a low fat dog food, for I guess for like allergies and shit like that, and
Okay.
for his digestive system. So now all of his poop has got like it only took I started feeding him that dog food like on a Wednesday a couple weeks ago. By Sunday, like
Yeah.
he was fine. And
Oh,
normally, like
cool.
when you go from a different food to a new food, you have
Yeah.
to kind of gradually like introduce them to that food. But
Yeah.
the doctor told me he's like his shits are so bad that it doesn't even matter. So I'm
Oh,
like,
wow.
all right. So I just threw him the new food right away. It took a few days. By that
Yeah.
Sunday, like he was like good. He was fine. I went today. He had another B12 shot. He got to get B12 shots every week for the next like 4 weeks. And
Okay.
his weight has gone up, dude. He used to be 54 pounds. He was
Yeah.
down to like, dude, he was down to like fucking 39.9. You
Wow.
know what I mean? So that's a lot of weight to lose. And then, last week I weighed him, he got up to like 41.
Hmm.
And today he was at 43.7.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, so he's definitely like gone up in the weight. So yeah, it was thank God, man, because
Yeah.
yeah, I couldn't like the next phase would have been like open them up for a
Right.
biopsy on the small intestine. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna open up a dog. No
Right.
fucking way. And thank God I don't need to fucking him getting sick or losing him because that would have just thrown me into I don't know, probably
A
down to like
spiral.
a hole, down in a hole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where I don't know if I could have got up, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing that
Well, amen.
motherfucker's doing good.
But I prayed. I was like, I prayed to God. I prayed to the universe. I was like, yo, please
Yeah.
help this fucking guy. And I tell you, Nick, you know what? I actually prayed today before
Yeah.
my run. Like I was driving down my hill and some fucking asshole like kind of cut me off. They were making a left and they cut me off. And I fucking, I was like, I had to put on the brakes and I
Yeah.
honked. Right. And
Okay.
I was like, and I looked at him, I was like, yo, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah.
And then, I didn't say nothing where I make a right. He made a right. And he's like, almost like not following me, but he's going in the same direction I'm going. So
Okay.
when I make the left to go to make the run, he beeps. And I was like, motherfucker, I jammed on the brakes. I did a fucking quick Yui, right? And I'm like, I'm going after this motherfucker. And then I stopped. I had a clairvoyant moment. And I looked to God. I was like, do I really want to do this? And now, don't mind you, I have my knife in my hand because I'm going running. And I was like, and I asked God, I was like, tell me what you want. And I got like, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do it. I parked my car and went for a run and like almost forgot about it until now. I mean, but it definitely cleared me because I was going after him. I was going after him. I just wanted a piece, you know, and I just like, I really got to stop. Like, I really got to stop that with the road rage. But people piss you off, but you got to be a better man. You got to be a better person. And I think when I prayed like a little bit, I asked God like what I should do next. He was like, yeah, just fucking relax, trainer. Just don't fucking go crazy.
What if he told you
type of person?
What if he told you kill that motherfucker?
Game on. I'll pretend he's the fucking deer attacking me. Fucking right to the jugular, man. Yeah. I mean, yeah, dude, it just gets you. Like, it really does get you like that point, like the road rage type shit. But it was like his fault. You have to accept the beep. If I beeped at you because I'm almost running into you to move out the fucking way, you have to accept that. You're in the wrong. I'm not in the wrong. I'm just going down the hill. And I wasn't flying. I wasn't going 50. I was going like the regular speed. You have to accept that. When I make the left and you're going straight and you beep because you think I'm leaving, like, you're lucky I didn't come fucking around and try to fucking find you. You know, because I know you would have got stuck at the light down the block.
Right.
But I calmed down and I seen what he looked like. Nick, I could have fucking threw him through the fucking front of his windshield, no problem. Yeah, it wouldn't even been like a fight. You know what I mean? Unless he knew some jujitsu shit that I didn't know about, and I end up in a fucking chokehold. But yeah, I would just fucking blasted him. But yeah, I looked at, I was like, I prayed like, what do you want? Like, that's it. And then, you know, it's almost like the Seinfeld episode where it's like Serenity Now. And then, you know, you see Serenity Now, like all this shit, but eventually you're gonna fuck it. Serenity now, but you're gonna end up crazy later. That's gonna be a gift that's gonna get unwrapped one time, and it's gonna be bad. I know it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be so much coming out at one time if I get to that point. Hopefully I don't. Serenity now.
Serenity now, but I'll certainly come back for you later.
You don't want this gift to unwrap. No. But there's more. There's more to my life, Nick, that's going on. I feel like this is a podcast more about me this week because you didn't bring anything to the table. You're just like, I'm gonna wing it. And I was like, all right, cool, Nick, because I got a lot to talk about me. Nick, I started stretching.
Ooh, nice.
And let me tell you, bro, like, you know how people always tell you, oh, you should stretch, and you look at them like, shut up, you freak. Like, leave me alone. Like, let me do my own thing. Let me fucking have a couple beers and not stretch and just sit on the couch and just watch.
You worry about yourself. I'll drink and get more inflamed and more stiff.
Right. I want more inflammation. Yeah. So I've been drinking like a lot more water, but I've been stretching. And dude, Nick, I got up to like a point where I'm stretching for like over an hour now straight. Like I'll put on like the TV, say the game's on or whatever. I'm watching a show. I'll get down and I have my phone out and I looked at like lower back stretching because, you know, I get like lower back issues sometimes. Yeah. And I built up. I started like 15 minutes and I got to a half hour. Now I'm way past like an hour just watching a show, not paying no mind. I looked at YouTube videos, watching like lower back stretching. Nick, let me tell you something. When I'm waking up in the morning, like, dude, it's night and day. It's night and day. Like, I can't believe, like, when they tell you, like, when doctors and normal people tell you to stretch, listen to them. Yeah. Like, it's crazy. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Yeah, game changer. Game changer for real.
That's great. Maybe you'll be able to be a little bit more agile on the field next year.
Softball field? Yeah. Let's hope. Yeah. Let's hope for the best. But I'm telling you, I'm an advocate for nonviolence, praying to God. Yeah. You know, not stabbing deer in the necks. Yeah. Stretching. and not doing fantasy football press conference.
You sound like a Jesus freak now. You found Jesus.
I'm definitely not a religious freak. No, I found peace. I
Good.
found
That's good.
I found spirituality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's a waste of time. Like, be all this fucking other garbage. You know what I mean?
No, you know what I mean?
I mean, man, come on, man. Come on, man. You gotta do it, baby.
You know, it's funny. Last week I had something to talk about on the podcast,
You did?
but and I was like, "Oh, cool, we got our podcast." And then I was like, "Oh, yeah, it's Labor Day." I can't remember what it was, but it was something that I really wanted to talk about. But yeah, other than that, I didn't really have any. I guess I didn't have any toe picks this year. This week.
I was waiting all day, like all day. I'm texting you like random topics. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
get something eventually. He's gonna hit me back,
yeah,
and then nothing.
yeah. I think I'm just like kind of just getting. I'm trying to find peace as well. Peace inside, and I'm doing like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just listening to just listening to like stuff on YouTube, the affirmations and stuff like that. I want to try to actually stick with it and like better myself because I realized that like, I mean, I'm a little nuts sometimes, but like
Sure.
the first step, just like anything. I mean, you could be an alcoholic, you could be a drug addict, and you could be an emotional addict. And the first step is recognizing it. You know what I mean? So I've recognized it now, and you know, I want to fix it for once in my life. I want to fix it. you
That's good.
know, I don't want to be fucking flying off the hinges, and I didn't know that. I don't know if I didn't know that other people aren't the way I am. Like I let things bother me too much, and I got to work on that. And I started working on it, and hopefully it sticks.
Do you think?
That's what
Do
I'm
you think you
saying.
care too much about
My
shit? Do you think that's
weakness
right?
is that I care
Yeah, too
too
much.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do care too much. I
Ivana.
care too much about a lot of things. I care too much about what people think of me. You know what I
Let
mean?
me tell you something. Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
that's the thing. Like, because I always like had that too.
yeah.
Like, grown up, school, all that shit. Like, oh, I can't believe what do people think of me? Then
Yeah.
I realized like nobody gives a fuck about you.
Yeah. And if they do, fuck them, right?
Right. If they really care about you, like, gives a shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's all mental. It's all a mind game, man. I'm just,
Yeah.
you could be happy in fucking prison. If you're in prison, some people could be happy. You know what I mean? Or you could be miserable on a fucking island somewhere. So it's all up to you. And I'm trying to get to the center of it, trying to even keel myself. And that's, you know what I mean? And
That's,
it's a process. It's a fucking process. And you got to strengthen it. It's just like, it's literally just like going to the fucking gym. And I've been so accustomed to being able to fly off the fucking handles. And I'm just sick and tired of it, honestly. You
ain't,
know?
ain't that what life is really about? The older you get, the more you're trying to like get better, become a
Yeah.
better person. I think
Yeah. I
that's
think
just like
so.
I think that's just part of the process.
Yeah.
Now I got a question for you. Like if you think you're gonna
Three
like
inches. 3 inches. Oh, shit. Well, yeah,
now we already established that. That's you're very generous to yourself. So so if you fix this, apparently, like
yeah.
what you got going on in your head, do you think that would affect your music? Because you had a new song that came out, which I should sue, by the way, because it is what it is. And you have a show coming up pretty fucking soon. So
Yeah. This
you think
Friday.
do you think it would affect you? Like would that say if they put you on Zoloft? I mean, I'm sure you probably need something higher than that, but you think that would affect like your writing skills or your music or performing?
Yeah. 100%.
Funny how that
Yeah.
is, right? It's
Yeah.
almost like you have to appreciate the gift you're given, but
Yeah.
you got to take the good with the bad. In a way, you
Mhm.
got to kind of like utilize it. You got to know, like, all right, for a reason, I'm experiencing that in my head, but I have to use it to my advantage. I think
Yeah.
that's the whole part of like the mental game is like using what you're getting thrown at. Like, all right, there's a
Mhm.
reason why, like, I'm thinking like I want to stab a deer in the neck. So
Yeah.
I got to use it. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, all right, when I got up to deer, I felt like, hey, I could pet him instead of
Yeah.
stabbing him. So
Exactly.
I grew up right there. So
Yeah.
you got to like, you know what I mean? You got to get to that level. You got to understand like what's going on, and you got to, I don't know, maybe appreciate what you got going on. Accept it, and like deal with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's it.
Well, I tend to write like darker stuff when I write a lot of music when I am in those moods, in the dumps in a way, you know?
Okay.
And maybe I don't know, it just comes more natural to me. I never really wrote too many I don't really write too many upbeat songs, but maybe and I read this somewhere where somebody talked about it. Like a lot of people say, "Oh, I have to be this way because otherwise I can't." Like musicians and shit like that. Otherwise, I can't write music and stuff like that. But maybe I could change and write beautiful music. It's not like my music isn't beautiful to me. You know what I mean? Like I write a lot of nice piano songs, but they are depressing and stuff. But a lot of them are
That's the
depressing, but
point.
also slash they're emotional. They're fucking highly emotional. You know what I mean? But who's to say that I can't just write
Sure was, and I like when
exciting, happy, fucking emotional music, you know?
You hear that?
I do hear it. It's very loud.
Pressure inside. You're trying to run the football. You're not
I
having
can't.
success. See if
I
you
can't
get
came
him
on,
the
man.
perimeter
I
with
don't know
a
how to
quick
fucking
throw
turn it off.
and get Conklin out there.
Is that your TV?
It was set up
It
nicely
came
in
on
that
like
game. I think the jury's been out
on my fucking fantasy football app. All right, now I got it.
There you go.
All right, so you think like if your songs like you think it's gonna be like better if you get fucking like it's gonna be more uplifting?
Maybe
You
I'll
think
be
that
singing like Jesus songs.
not Jesus songs. Actually,
I don't
like
know,
there's
man.
a couple Jesus songs, but like that's like I don't know if like I know people think they lose it when they try to go into like a better state.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at all the fucking 90s grunge where it was just like, you know what I
Well,
mean?
they were all
Those,
depressed. They were all
yeah,
depressed.
but they came out with like good music.
Yeah.
That's the trade-off, I
Yeah.
guess is what I'm saying.
Like I'm not gonna write a hang my head song when I'm fucking like walking around the fucking a field of daisies.
Yeah, like a puffy clouds, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, oh,
But we have another cool song called Bloody Valentine that's gonna be coming out soon, in a few months. And it's upbeat. It's a party fucking song. It's fun, you know?
okay.
So it's not like I can write stuff like that. Like for the instance, it's the 80s. That shit was all partying. They were fucking rock stars. They were partying their fucking get cocained up.
Oh yeah.
Like, they had their slow, depressing shit like November Rain and stuff like that. But for the most part, 90% of the song was like, yo, let's fucking do cocaine.
Let's fucking sniff that fucking cheddar.
Yeah. I don't
That
know.
was a great song.
Maybe I'll just go into a new realm of creating or something like that, and just more positive stuff.
Interesting.
I'm looking to get that. I'm looking towards that
You want
route.
that? You want to get to that route?
Yeah, I'd like to get to that route. But, you know, or I use, like you said, you use that music or those feelings to let out emotions. And like, I want to ultimately help people and touch people with my music, to make them feel better when they're feeling in a spot that I'm feeling, like give them hope. And, you don't write depressing music to depress people. You write it because it's what's in you, and you're, hopefully somebody else is listening to it and it can help them. Like I used to listen to Alice in Chains a lot, and some of it's really dark, like Down in a Fucking Hole, for instance.
Yeah, yeah.
But those guys like got me out of the hole a lot of times. You know what I mean? Like when I was like super depressed a long time ago, like it made me feel better. And I don't know if you relate to them or whatever. Like, all right, cool, thanks, guys.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I like the band now. Like I didn't like the band when me, you, and Rob went to like Connecticut to the casino when you guys went to like you want to see Alice in Chains. I'm like, I don't like that shit. But then all of a sudden, like I started listening to it, and I'm like, oh my god, like this is like it's really good music.
Yeah,
but it's not gonna make me want to jump off the fucking bridge.
No, it doesn't. Like that's the thing. None of those songs ever made me want to like, oh man, I want to kill myself because of this song. No, it makes you it helps you relate.
Yeah,
like okay,
there's other people in the same boat.
Yeah. And I watched an interview one time. They were interviewing Lane Staley and Jerry Cantrell and the other guys. They were at a fucking like a water park, and they were like fucking around and shit. And like the interviewer was like it's weird. Like you guys write all these like dark songs, but like
you're having fun.
You're having a good time, and they're like, yeah, man. Like we're not like depressed all the fucking time.
Like why you guys splashing each other in the eyes? Like what's going on here?
Yeah. So it's just you put like a stigma on people or something like that, you know, like, oh, these guys must just be moping around all the fucking time. But
that's how I picture you know what, Nirvana, what's his
yeah,
name, Kurt Cobain,
yeah,
before his wife blew his head off. Like I just felt like him in his slippers, just like moping down the hall, like I hate
right,
this, I hate
yeah,
this. Oh,
yeah,
my bitch blow my head off, and then she
right.
finally fucking did. So yeah, that's how I like pictured like it all the time. But then it's like, you know, you see like the guy like Pro Jam, Eddie Vedder, and he's like going to like the Cubs games. Like he's a
Yeah,
big Chicago Cubs fan. And
yeah,
he's always there and people always see him there and he's hanging out. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. You shouldn't like the Cubs, you
right,
know? Yeah, but
yeah,
then again, like the Cubs haven't won shit in like fucking thousands of years. So I'm like, oh, no wonder you're miserable. Like, no
right,
wonder you fucking come out with this. That would make fucking sense.
yeah.
Yeah, but
That's
that's
funny.
interesting, man. Yeah, so you
Yeah.
got a show coming on. That's pretty fucking cool.
You coming?
It's pretty soon, right?
It's this Friday.
Yeah, I'm gonna come. It's like
Oh, cool.
right in my neck of the woods, so yeah, I'll fucking show
And there's
up.
no cover charge, so you don't have an excuse to walk away now.
I might just give $5 to everybody in that place just to
Dope.
make up for it. But yeah, here.
Well, that'll be pretty good because you won't be spending too much money because nobody comes out to see our shows. So you'll be only spending like $10.
So I fucking spazzed out the other fucking time. All right, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'm definitely there. You got the new song coming out. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, I should have
It
fucking
is
sued. Did you write
I
that?
didn't write that. No, I didn't write that song.
Okay.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was actually not bad. Did you come up with the title?
No.
So this guy's just stealing my
That's
shit.
the
He must have heard. He must have heard a conversation.
that's the first song that he wrote before like putting the band together. He wrote it, put it online, and I was like, "Yo, man, this is really fucking awesome. Sounds great." And then like he like messaged me like, "Yo, I want to put together an original band. You want to be the singer in it?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah."
That's how it started.
Yeah. So then
Oh.
it's funny because it took a little bit of time to like get it off the floor. And sometimes when I like it doesn't go right away, like that's another thing I got to work on. If it's not fucking right away, I like give up on it. I almost messaged him like, dude, you know what? I don't think it's for me, you know? And then and then I just was like, you know what? Stop being such a pussy. Because that's all it came down to is me being a bitch. Just give it a fucking couple of days. And then fucking started taking off, you know? So it was cool. I'm glad that I didn't fucking puss out on it because I really like the band.
Yeah, definitely. Seems like you guys like have a good connection.
Yeah, we have fun.
The sound is good. Yeah, it sounds like very good.
Nice.
And at the end of the podcast, you can hear the fucking Hang My Head song that I play every fucking week on it. So you're gonna hear it. So just fucking smash that button, like and subscribe.
You know what's funny? Oh, I know we got to get going because the game's on. But on YouTube, the song is we have like almost 500 views on it because of the song name. It is what it is. People must search that shit all the time, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably
it's
me.
like what?
I'm like, who's stealing my fucking idea?
Dude, put up this podcast as it is what it is as the title today and see what happens.
All right, yeah, I'll do that. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And I have the thing going on, the AI.
Okay.
So they're gonna tell us like what to put. But yeah, I'll put it is what it is day on there.
All right, cool.
Yeah, then the other thing I had to say was presidential debate Tuesday. So when
I'm excited about
probably
that.
tonight, I can't wait. Trump's the best. Yeah, if you're not voting for Trump, like whatever, man, I don't care. But that motherfucker's funny. Remember when he fucking killed that guy? He's like, we killed Abdul Abar Balar. He's dead. Like you don't remember that fucking video? Oh, dude, it's fucking. I'll send you the Instagram video of him because they put it like a side by side. Remember when Osama bin Laden came on and he not fucking what's his name, Obama, when he came on to tell us that Osama bin Laden, we killed him.
Yeah,
he was very like gracious, whatever. But then when Trump came on and when he killed one of these fucking guys, it was completely different. And I think I have it on the BBOMIG and _ Mix It Up podcast Instagram. You can easily find that. And if you go, I put it on the story. And if you look on my story, you can just watch the fucking video. It's just fucking clear. It'll make you go just laugh in tears. The way he talks, it's classic. So just watch that. I'm looking forward to the debate tomorrow. It should be like a lot of fun because Kamala Harris, part of her thing, she didn't want to debate. Part of the thing she wanted like notes so she can look at her notes because she's not prepared. She's an idiot. So then when Trump comes on, he can debate like anybody. He's like, he actually has a fucking brain in his head.
Right.
And, so yeah, don't let Kamala Harris fucking get in because she's an idiot. She's letting all these people cross the fucking border. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell you who to vote for, but don't vote for that fucking cunt. Sorry.
It'll give us something. It'll give us something to talk about on fucking next week for sure.
Yeah, we'll definitely review that. But you have to watch it, and then we'll see.
I'll try my best.
All right, so I guess that's a wrap on the podcast.
Right,
you have anything else or not?
No, that's all.
All good. All right. So I hope you enjoyed my rant about the fantasy football, all that noise, and all my stories. And then we'll see you again next week. You got to do it, win it, crush it, right?
Do it, win it, crush it. Signing off.
We out.
Dick Slip.
Sometimes the day feels like the night. I don't know what's wrong with me. Never mind about what I've seen. I'll sit alone in this disguise, but I'll try. So I hang my head, I drown my thoughts, smoke my stuff, and I sing my song. I don't know much what it used to be. I love myself, but I don't love me, no. Question still remains, is this our fault? Even if, could it bring back what we lost? Will the answer stop the pain, or will they just remain the same? The question now is, will we make a change? Will we try? Yeah, so I hang my head, I drown my thoughts, smoke my stuff, and I sing my song. I don't know much what it used to be. I love myself, but I don't love me. Will anything be what it used to be? I still know there's joy inside me. My head, I drown my thoughts. Everything we used to know